Taurus, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the week of January 1st through the 7th, first week of 2024. I've been doing your other fellow earth signs and their readings. Big week for the collective and for the earth signs collective as we ground into a brand new year, brand new energy. So here we go. This message is for all Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. Thank you for tuning in today, sharing this space with me. It's a pleasure to have you here. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. And I hope that you enjoyed the Cancer full moon today. This is actually being released on the same day that I'm filming. So happy full moon. I was telling the other signs as well. I will tell you that we started 2023, the Cancer full moon, and now we're ending 2023 with a Cancer full moon. So these beautiful bookends, right, of recognizing our emotional states and the sensitivity that we have within and with our world, right, as we move forward, right, in our own evolution and on our journeys. Okay, so let's take a moment to thank Spirit for their presence, for their guidance today. Thank you, Spirit. All right, I'm feeling guided just to throw the initial spread down, and then we're going to talk about your beautiful oracle message for the week ahead. Massive transformation in your past. We're going to talk about this. You're definitely in a place of reevaluating in the near future a connection. We're going to talk about love today. Ooh, yeah, you are. I'm telling you, everyone's getting the world in there. But it makes sense. You know, we're entering a new year. The challenge is vindication, fairness, balance. All right, that's the challenge. Things coming back into balance for you, Taurus. And what you don't see coming, a lot of communication. All right, a lot of communication. All right, let's get in. Before we get into the tarot, let's talk about this. This comes by way of the Gateway of Light activation. It's a brand new deck to me. I got it for Christmas. I'm really enjoying the energies. I've been on a deep spiritual path for a long time. This card really spoke to me, and when I did a lot of soul retrieval work, a lot of underworld work, this is the card of the inner earth, right? When you think of like hobbits, right? And living more from deep within, being totally linked to the stability and the groundedness of nature. Mother Earth herself. This is when I have to get these on. Because I want to be able to point out the picture of this. As you can see at the top of this card, there's a tree here. You see that tree? Let me make sure, yeah, it's focused. There's a tree here. So that's an energetic gateway that connects us to the planet, right? So this is a tree, and below it is a realm called the underworld. So this week you're in a space where you can build powerful foundations. Like I said, you have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you have lost along the way in your journey, all right? And reclaim gifts that you perhaps have abandoned. And this has a lot to do with your stability and the opportunity to lay new foundations. It's the base chakra. So this is our root chakra, and you're planting new seeds, right? That will take root through this gateway, okay? Into the inner earth, in the underworld, okay? It's a gateway, right? And this is a gateway within ourselves and our connection, right, to our physical lifetime here, but also with the beautiful depth of the earth that supports us. So you're laying new foundations this week, and you're reclaiming all these parts of yourself in this previous cycle that maybe felt a little bit like you weren't as connected to. You're going to feel a lot more integrated and embodied in the new year. That's where you're heading in this new cycle, okay? Especially around a connection. You have a very meaningful connection to you that you've been working on the problems, the issues, right? And you have an opportunity to start into a brand new energy moving into 2024 with things feeling more balanced, communication improving, right? No longer having to overanalyze or defend yourself as much. You are going through a massive transformation. It's like the old you, Taurus, that maybe felt disconnected from parts of yourself is like, you know what, in order for me to move forward with my new goals and dreams, I have to really come together in myself. And then I'm going to have more energy to put out into the world. A lot of times when we're starting a new project, we first must really come from a stronger sense of self before we can really have the confidence and the courage to move forward. But as regards to love, you are definitely in the near future feeling like I have so much truth in this connection that it means so much to me, and I'm willing to keep learning and growing and working. There's a lot of like youthful energy in this. We have 2 pages, so a willingness to learn and grow. I think that you're with someone where if there was a reluctance to create change, to improve things, I am seeing that you're feeling more grounded and stable in this connection because you are working through the communication breakdowns I'm hearing. All right, let's clarify. For those of you, this has to do a lot with doing what you love in your life with around work, all right? And reevaluating if you want to continue doing what you're doing or launch something completely new, all right? Some of you are really drawn to legal issues, as far as like you have a beautiful skill set for analysis and weighing two sides of a situation. I feel a very strong, grounded sense of balance within you. So whatever you're creating, it's very balanced, right? Or your desire to create. And I think you've been working a lot with the King of Pentacles on your stability. And it's starting to really pay off because you feel like you're in a good place. Yeah, I love seeing that. Yeah. It's not that you're with someone who's not giving to you. They give to you. But sometimes you have like unnecessary, senseless, useless fights because you both get triggered. And then you just kind of, right? But you're trying to practice a little bit more emotional intelligence. Actually, I'm getting more on their side. I think you've been trying to like help them approach your issues from a more emotionally grounded place. All right. You both have this connection that you care deeply about. Okay. And you're working on balancing out the equal give and take, but you still fight about it. It's like tempering the volatility or the heatedness, right? I think you're with someone who's very, or you may also, this also may apply to you, that can be very passionate, right? A very passionate energy, right? When it comes to who you are in the world. Like you're very, I'm feeling like this, you're very in tune with your own voice, right? And especially when it comes to this connection, you know how to speak up, okay? And that serves you well, but then sometimes it bites you in the ass because they take that tone almost. Like if you're doing something from a forceful way, even if you have good intent behind it and you're trying to express your needs, they take that tone and they're like kind of misjudge it and they throw it back at you. That's a weird story I just got around. Almost they use your passionate nature against you and it pisses you off. You're like, no, I'm just, I could be passionate about this. You have strong opinions about what's fair, right? And sometimes that can be challenging. Knight of Swords, it's like you guys, things move very fast and break down quickly, but also be rebuilt quickly whenever you have these spats. It's like this intense, poof, like a firework goes off and you're just like, damn, that was exhausting. So anywho, let's keep going. Your opportunity this week is to see that you're coming to a close in a cosmic journey with another. Especially because it's opening up around love. We're talking about that today. Yeah, and the Magician, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Cups. You're trying to let go of the things that, the stuff that pissed you off. You're like, all right, I have a new vision. We're manifesting better days ahead. We're feeling hopeful, right? Let's not focus on maybe how we sucked at communicating last year. Let's focus on what we learned from it. I am seeing this willingness. I'm sorry I'm laughing because I really do think that the two of you are both really trying, right? Despite sometimes things being like, whoa, why can't they just understand me? So you're letting go and you're releasing, right? The friction, the irritation that can come up because you have a vision, right, for where you're headed. So your opportunity is to stay true to that vision, right? Even if you feel like you go off course and the wind blows you like 2 miles away from your destination. You might even had like a spat over the holiday and you felt like, God, that was a waste of time. But at the end of the day, you can be down about it, but you learn from it, right? And then you come back and you're like, okay, let's work on healing how we communicate, all right? I do feel like it's coming down to how you communicate. All right, what's this transformation in the recent past, though? I mean, I think it was pretty pivotal to this connection. Yeah, I'm telling you, you have this, the two of you have this ability to really come back together and remember, right? Remember the love, all right? This is someone who you have a lot of nostalgia for. You've gone through a lot of change while being with this person. Page of Wands, Two of Wands, Six of Cups. There's a lot of passion here on the board. A lot of wand energy. I think you both are really fiery people. And then you just kind of like, So it's almost like let's stop coming at things from like an over-analysis we can still be passionate, but if we don't know where we're going, like, let's focus on solutions, not just going round and round, right? Trying to be heard. So I think what's transformed is you're more solution oriented when you have these communication breakdowns, rather than let's just keep spinning, right? And pissing each other off more and more. You're learning. This is the card of learning and growing, that, hey, I can be defensive as hell too. Like, when you trigger me, I'm going to erupt, you know? I think it's like you both are so alike that you mirror each other a good bit, and it drives you both bonkers. Sorry. I'm laughing because there's so much love here, but there's also like this, like, you push each other's boundaries, you know, not in a bad way. Just like you just, oh, you guys are funny. Like, I feel like I'm talking to people, a connection where there's a lot of laughter and humor, but it can turn on a dime. It's like, well, that wasn't funny, you know? Oh my goodness. Taurus, you all are making me laugh today. But you know what? This is about too rooting and grounding, right? This is a stable connection. It's just sometimes it doesn't feel like it when you go round and round. What's this challenge here with justice this week? Yeah, it's because sometimes things get really heated and then you get so confused and you're just like, do I need to just completely, like, I think maybe you have to give in more to their way or their need to be right. And with the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles over justice. So it's like someone holds on to that sense of I'm right, you're wrong, to such an extent that it's almost like alienating, right? It pushes you away. And again, it goes from like 0 to 60 sometimes when there seems to be a fair level of unfairness in the connection. And then you both get confused, right? You can go like from really high to really low pretty quickly. It all is on how you communicate, all right? Let's see what this, what you don't see coming with the communication this week. Yeah, you all are aware. Yeah. I love it. I'm sorry. It's so funny. I'm sorry, Taurus. Y'all are killing me today with this reading. I'm sorry. When I laugh, it's because, and Spirit does this to me because it's like we take sometimes things so seriously. If you came to this reading, you're like, no, I'm really serious about this. This is a major problem. But then when you shift, it's like, oh, well, it wasn't as bad, right? I feel better now, right? And it's like, you're realizing the unhealthy communication, right? Because you both overanalyze the shit out of the issues. And then you, instead of really getting to the heart of the matter, you're just like flailing through the emotional landscape and you're overanalyzing. So this week, be careful in your communications, okay? What you don't see coming is you are actually becoming more and more blatantly aware of how you both are operating. You are triggering each other and you're doing the same thing, okay? And I'm sorry if that triggers you. You both are coming from an analytical, cold perspective. It's like, well, fine. You know what? Well, then I don't really care either. It's almost like tit for tat kind of thing. And you both are realizing, all right, we don't need to operate this way because it's extraordinarily draining. So you're removing the way you communicate as a couple. The toxic ways we go down that rabbit hole of, all right, can we just soften a bit? Can we just, and I'm going to use some good guidance because this has helped me a lot in my partnership. When you have a fight, and I swear it's the hardest thing to do in the freaking world. When you're like, I'm telling you, when you start fighting with someone, and this could be romantic or platonic, you stop looking at them. You stop really caring about them, and you get all churned up inside and disturbed in here. And all you're doing is you're spouting out, right? And you're not even thinking it through. You're just saying what's coming out, like ego. And so the softest way to approach a conflict when you're both feeling triggered is you sit down, okay, on the couch, on the edge of a bed. You literally sit down and you grab their hand and watch how it changes the whole thing. I'm telling you, you cannot get mad and angry at someone when you're looking at them in the eye and you're holding their hand. And it's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to do when you're pissed, right? But I'm telling you, you two care about each other, but you just overanalyze things too much and you get all heated. There's wish fulfillment here with the Nine of Cups. There is. You see the truth. This is someone you care about. You're passionate about them. What's this reevaluation you're doing in the future? It's around the communication, stabilizing the communication. When you stabilize the communication and you both come from the soul, not the ego, magic happens. You're like, wow, I feel so much better because we're finally communicating what we both want and need without attacking each other. This is about building stability in your connection and reassessing what do we need to tweak in this new cycle so we can hear each other better and speak from our hearts and our truths without cutting each other, right? You can yield the sword of truth with love and compassion, not resentment and venom, okay? Because you both let the passion just override, like the triggering effect. It overrides, you know, the calm, cool, collected, compassionate tone and words and verbiage, right? To really have these breakthroughs. I think you're going to have a massive breakthrough in your communication because one or both of you are very stubborn when it comes to what you believe is fair and right. Hey, and we can argue all, I mean, my people, I'm a Libra. People I've dated are like, you could have been and should have been in a powerful litigator because you can argue a case like a freaking bulldog and you just spin your wheels over and over again, just trying, like, it's just exhausting. So be careful with spinning your wheels trying to plead your case when all you got to do is soften and hold your person's hand and you'll get through to them much better and you won't cause damage, right, to the connection that way through ego. Okay, let's get some advice from spirit. Just a word to the wise. All right, this is conflict that is it's like you all are both giving equally here, but there's this passion that overrides the connection when you guys fight. All right, stable yourself, root yourself. This is a stable connection, but it doesn't feel like that sometimes. All right, yeah. Oh, wow. Spirit is saying, my goodness, you all have what it takes. You have the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus? This is your happily, like, your long-term, my baby, my bae, my honey, my sweetheart, my darling, my pudding pie. All those pet names, all right? This person is your person. You know the truth. You know you're supposed to be with them, all right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? So Spirit is saying, yes, temper the passion. It gets out of control. Right? Remind yourself in these moments that you want to build a happy, stable home life, okay? Don't let the passion override, right? The stability, right, of this connection. Things get out of control sometimes, right? And you say things you don't mean. So this is about really coming from a place of passion, but grounded passion is the best passion, right? Where you are moving forward at a great clip, but not out of control, all right? I'm telling you, this is a beautiful connection full of so much passion, but you're doing a fair bit of mirroring with each other this week especially. But you're course correcting and you're cleaning up the communication and you all are going to do it. It's just, it's painful at times and I feel you, okay? Try the hand holding, okay? Try looking in their eye, even though you don't like them in that moment. I know, they're like your enemy number one, all right? Public enemy, all right? But they love you and you love them and you all get through this, all right? That's what I have for you. Take care, Taurus.